I'm Trish. Welcome to this week's Weird Wednesday reading. So if you're coming from true crime or from the pick of cards, then this may not be for you. It could go a little weird. I don't know how today's reading is going to go. Keep an open mind, trust your own judgment, and enjoy this process. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I'm excited that I'm going to be getting in some new cards. This is my Weird Wednesday read. As you know, I use these cards every week, but it's my smallest deck. So I'm actually adding, almost doubling the size. So it will give me lots more options for the Weird Wednesday reads and lots more conspiracies type topics to talk about. So today I thought I might talk about the MH370 disappearance, the plane that disappeared a few years ago. I've been wanting to read on this for a long time. So I've never actually looked into it before, and I thought it would be a really good question to ask the cards, what happened to the plane MH370? So I saw a video on TikTok about a week ago, and that triggered me into thinking, yeah, I've got to do a reading on that. And the video had, which I understand is easily doctored in Photoshop. I'm very proficient with Photoshop, so I do understand that the video that I saw could have been Photoshopped. It showed a satellite image of a plane being circled by three lights, which one light became two, then became three, circling around, and then poof, the plane just disappeared, vanished in a big white explosion, or not an explosion, but a big white glare, and the plane was gone. Look at that. So this will be a little bit fun. I've pulled some cards, very interesting cards, and I'm going to put them on the screen so you can see what I'm looking at, and then I'm going to ask some more questions as the questions come up. So I need to try and tap in. Now, first of all, I asked if there was anyone from the MH370 that wanted to come in and communicate. I was just checking permission and connection first of all before I start, like I normally do. And I saw a high number of people standing around, putting their hand up to come forward with information. The number 14 came out, and it could have looked like a group of about 14 people. That's about the size of the group that I saw. So it wasn't hundreds, and I'm not quite sure of the number on the plane, but I got the number 14 in the cards, but I could see a smallish group about that size. And they're putting their hand up to connect, to come through to answer the questions. Okay, so I asked for a connection and whether I had a connection, and it told me, the cards that came out, you can see there it says giant leap instead of holding back. So giant leap, act instead of holding back. Okay, and this is me asking for permission to read on this subject, which is the MH370 plane. Just a little bit of details. Mostly everybody knows about this plane and the disappearance, but it was March 8th, 2014, Malaysian Airlines plane, Boeing 777 plane, flight number MH370, disappeared. So that's the details, but I'm guessing everybody knows about this actual event that happened, but just to give you a little bit of background there. Okay, so giant leap. Okay, now while I'm asking here at the very beginning about a connection and if it's okay to read on this and trying to tap into the energies of people that were on the plane, giant leap is telling me not to hold back, go in any direction that I'm given, and go deep. And this is a Weird Wednesday read, so I don't have to be afraid to speak weird if it comes up weird. Now could also put it out there that giant leap could be like a quantum leap, just putting it out there that's what it possibly could be as well. Next card in the permission, it says that I'm open to receive, and that's about the time when I saw the people starting to come through. They said be open to receive. So what I did ask was the people from the plane, are they coming through? And it's do I have a good connection to the people on the plane coming through? And the many options card came out, which you'll see on the top of the screen. Now the many options, there was a lot. There was like a group of people that came forward. Now curiosity is a rabbit hole, so that's just a rabbit hole card saying this is going deep down a rabbit hole. But I'm also seeing that as a portal in the sky. See the round circle there as a portal in the sky. And I'm just saying this, I'm just putting it all out there because we can, once we put all the things together, we can see if there's anything that's going to connect up. But I'll just tell you everything. So far on that top line, I'm already seeing a quantum leap and a giant portal. But I'm going to pull some other cards as well because I really want to know if this is just a case of a practical missing plane that maybe went down in the ocean. So I do want to look at that as well. I want to look at it from both a weird type dimensional look or quantum leap kind of look, but I also want to look at it as a just a straightforward what happened to this plane. Okay, so the people were telling me, I was asking on this next line, this is my medium deck on the second line, and I was asking the people in their words to tell me what happened. Could they tell me what happened in their words? Now, they told me that there was some kind of battles or people with not agreeing, or some kind of heads butting together, as in that could have, and I'm seeing both of those cards, the first and the second, they're both heads butting together. Okay, from a weird Wednesday point of view, this could be telling me like two, like timelines or. Okay, from a weird point of view, because I'm seeing the two cards where the mirror image of each other, there's two, both the bull and the people facing each other are kind of like a mirror image of each other. So it's like a reflection or an image or a second version or almost like they see themselves as this is weird, a second version, like two alternate timelines is what I'm hearing. So two alternate timelines I'm hearing. Okay. So I'm also seeing, and I'm asking in their own words, could they tell me? The no card did come out. They couldn't quite explain what happened to them. The ones that I was talking to when I asked, the no card did come out. Then it's like an adventure. Here I'm seeing the adventure card. Now let's look into the adventure card a little bit more. So this one it's a really interesting read. It's with the standard Weird Wednesday types, they're weird. They're about dimensions or about creation myths, and you know that they're kind of weird, but this one has a very practical, it's a missing persons case basically. So it crosses that line between the two. Okay, so they did tell me when I asked when they could talk in their own words, they cannot believe this happened, they said. So that was what they've told me in the card there. It says, in shock, I cannot believe this happened. It was very unexpected. I cannot believe this has happened. Beyond belief, perhaps. Now, this two world cards here is reminding me back to what I said with the first two cards. So where it was almost like a mirror image, the two worlds is almost like a okay, I'm going to have to validate on these because it's like, is this even possible? Could this even be a possibility? So I'm going to ask my regular deck. I might actually pull some from the True Crime as well, from my True Crime deck to see, looking at from a missing persons kind of point of view. Okay, so I wanted to kind of go through the cards before I pull cards on something. This spread will get messy. So I do want to validate what I've picked up here between the quantum leap and the portal, as well as like the mirror image. They're trying to show me the two versions, and because they're also showing it to me in like two different worlds or two different earths, it's almost like two dimensions or two versions. Again, I'm getting the same thing. Now, I can't remember what I said before, but that's what I'm seeing there with that one. Again, and if you look down, the soulmate is like intertwined. So it's two types intertwined. So that's unusual too. That's different. Okay, now that also tells me connection, and I see connection, the card connection there on the second line that says connection. This card of soulmate also says connection on it as well. So there's connections here as well. Connections between the two versions or the two worlds. Okay, we're going to need to validate these for sure. Okay, getting down into my weird deck, which is my this one here, my realm deck, my weird deck. Okay, we're talking about it's like a vibrational thing, and it was negatively affected. So a vibration that was affected in a negative way. A conduit, which is a clear channel. A conduit also reminds me of like electricity, energy, vibration. Again, I'm picking up the energy vibration. Okay, once again, we're seeing the word curious. So on the top line, we're seeing curiosity. On the third line, directly below it, in the same row, in the same column, we're seeing, again, curious. But we're also seeing, it says, expect the unexpected. Now, also it says, in shock, I cannot believe this, unexpected. So again, we've got unexpected validating itself. Transformation and changes, and it says opening up. So that could highlight back to something opening up. Okay, charge up down the bottom is also talking to me about energy, electricity, vibration, high charge energy. Portal, opportunity portal, gateway, again reminds me of that top one where I saw the portal in the sky. Empath is feeling the energy. So again, we're talking about energy. Now you can see also on this charge, we've got that big bright light that I spoke about that I saw on TikTok, which I thought could have been a doctored image. So this bottom line is me asking, you know, is that video that I saw, is that real or is that doctored? You know, is there any truth in that? So again, we're talking about energy here. So lots of energy, which where I said explosion and then I said like a flash. It was like an explosion of energy. It's like an explosion of energy. That's what I'm picking up here with the energy, feeling the energy charge up, and you see this big bright white, but you also see it here as well. I've got to show you this one close. You see there in the sky, the big white flash, and that's exactly what was in the TikTok. And see how the dragonflies are flying around the sword like that? Well, this is what the image was. It was like three, not two, flying around the plane. So the sword here is representing the plane, the dragonflies are representing those lights, and then the big flash of white, which we're calling energy boost, like a flash of energy, is an explosion of energy that looked white, like a white flash. Next to that, we're seeing all lined up. I've pulled back on my regular deck. It's unorganized but all lined up. Okay, these are opposing cards. So they're the chakras balanced and the chakras unbalanced. So they're opposing cards. So on one hand, everything's still normal. On the other hand, it's just all over the place. Okay, so if we're looking at that version of kind of like two worlds, two dimensions, then we're looking at one version being all lined up, maybe functioning as normal, maybe the plane landed. And then the other version, which is our version, complete disappearance, energy scattered, the plane scattered maybe. Okay, so let's ask some more questions. This is such an interesting topic here. So first of all, I'm going to go to the crime deck because I haven't pulled any crime deck cards. If I can find my crime deck. Yep, here's my crime deck. Okay, first of all, I just want to pull over the top from a missing person's point of view. The plane MH370, missing persons, please. Can you give me any information if we're looking at this plane being missing person? What happened to the people? What happened to the plane? We're looking at the evidence here. Okay, so missing persons point of view, missing plane, missing persons. What happened, please? What happens? Okay. Now, watching you, I'm not sure why that's come out. I'm just going to leave that one to the side. Implication, again, is two people. Copycat or similar. So copycat or similar does fit in with what the other cards are saying about a copy, like a copy. Okay, we'll leave that one out. Okay, what else can you tell me, please, about MH17? I'm going to take that one out because it just fell. I didn't pull that one out. Okay. And when I put cards back like that, it's because they need to jump out a certain way for me to take them as a reading. That one just kind of, I didn't have hold of the packet properly and it just kind of fell out. Person playing MH370. More than one. So more than one. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Okay, I'm going to ask now, are the people on that plane still alive? Are the people on MH370 still alive? And we're reading from the crime deck. Are the people on the MH370 still alive, please? Okay, these cards say a cover-up, tampering, and ringmaster. So ringmaster, tampering, cover-up. We might just leave them ones to the side there. So it's a cover-up or tampering of some sort. Are they still alive, please? Are the people, the MH370 people on the plane still alive? Okay, it's saying that the doors are closed on that one. Locked doors. That kind of reminds me like where they've gone they can't come back from. Doesn't say that they've passed away. It's like they're locked somewhere else. Rumours and gossip, this one here. Gossip and rumours, I'll show you the card. Gossip and rumours, and I'm just trying to read the card. Again, to me, it looks like mirrors, like mirrors hanging. And this one says party substance, so I put that up there. I'm not quite sure about that one either. Okay, so let's go. Sometimes when cards fall out in clumps, not every card is meant to be read. It's just the card saying a certain card was meant to come out and the other one fell out with it. Okay, now I'm coming back to, I've got my practical card, so I'm coming back to asking this in a practical way. Okay, so first of all, the plane apparently, when they were tracking it, turned to go south instead of going north like it's supposed to. Is that correct? Is that correct, please? Did the plane turn south instead of north like it was supposed to, please? Okay, there's a couple of cards there. This one here is an energy boost. Look at that. That's the energy boost out of my practical deck. Energy boost out of it. Okay, could it have got hit by lightning or like a freak? Okay, could it got hit by a freak, but like bolt of lightning? Now that would play into why we're getting so many vibration, energy, charge up, conduit negatively affected. So it's and like the flash here, and then the flash here. They could all be indicating that it got hit by a bolt of lightning. Like this, like a bolt of lightning. Okay, and that's why it turned south. Okay, because when I first laid these cards, I was kind of thinking it was something wrong with the electrical system on the plane. That's what was wrong with the plane from a very practical level. Something wrong with the electrics. So I'm feeling that's definitely what it is. So somehow the electrics were affected in a negative way. Why did they go south, please? Why did they turn south when they were meant to go north? Why? They had to shift their focus. So they had to shift, it says they had to shift their focus. They had to shift the way they were going. Did they have control of the plane at that time, please? Did the pilots have control of the plane at that time, please? Did the pilots have control of the plane? It says control. This one's in control. It says take control of your life, take control. And I've asked if they had control of the plane. They were trying to get control of the plane, I think that is. They were trying to get control because you can see in that one there's three it's the same card here as in the crime deck. So it's like the three entities, or those three maybe people controlling the plane, and they were trying to get the control of the plane. And this is called the other side. This is a card that talks about the other side, on the other side. So usually it's my medium card when I've got to bring in a message from someone on the other side. In this case, I feel like it's on the other side. So could that have been, are you talking about the direction? So the direction, because I'm asking, did it go south? Why did it go south? Why did it go south? Because perhaps there was freak electricity that fried the electrics of the plane. They had to shift their focus. They had to shift their direction. They shift their course, shift the focus. I think they had to shift their course. Okay, why didn't they radio that through then? And they were trying to get control. Why didn't they if that's the case, why did they not radio that through to the tower, please? Okay, that was the Hermit card. It says withdrawn, withdrawn. Okay, withdrawn. Withdrawn to me is making me feel like they weren't able to because that option was withdrawn. So the option to communicate with Tower to say what was going on was withdrawn. Okay, so now I'm wanting to know, we're going back to the weird cards. Okay, now I'm wanting to know, okay, we're going to go weirder. So we're looking at maybe like a freak electricity that's hit the plane, fried the electrics. Okay, has this caused some kind of portal thing, replication, push them to the other side, because we're looking at the other side. They shifted dimension maybe. Tapping here a little bit stronger. Go there. I just want to go back to these cards again, and I want to ask, are the people on the MH370 alive? Are they still alive? The people on, and by that I mean, like, are they somewhere else, like time jumped to the future or to a different dimension or something, and still alive? So are the people on the MH370 please still alive? As a reflection, it says, as a reflection. Okay, this is kind of weird. As a reflection. And that makes sense with the cards that came out at the beginning, which is on the screen of them, the reflection of each other. The two worlds, like a reflection. Okay, practical cards, please. Did MH370 plane crash into the ocean? Did the MH370 plane crash into the Pacific Ocean? Did the MH370 plane crash into the ocean? Inactivity's come out twice. It kind of went to pop out and went back in, and it's come out again. So inactivity, hibernation, prepare for winter season. So it's a hibernation. Mountains, that's also a mountain card. In the mountains maybe. Teamwork, flying, help. So you can see that's flying but getting assistance to fly. So, and this one here is called uprooted. So lack of tolerance, doors closing. Okay. This is the ocean card. This is a water card. So the Ace of Cups is also a water card. And strategy. Opposition and opponent. So again, where we spoke about battles, trying to get control. And this one talks about opposition, strategy. So trying to put a plan together to get control of the plane. I don't think they went. I'm not I'm feeling like they didn't go into the ocean. This here is like, this is a turtle trying to fly. So it's like almost like the plane was struggling to fly and they were trying to get assistance or help with the plane. Inactivity could have been the moon. So did the inactivity could have been the moon. That was a slip. I didn't mean to say that. Moon means no. And the question that I was thinking with that inactivity card is, did the plane crash into the mountain, please? Did the plane crash into the mountain? Total chaos, turmoil, collapse. That's the Tower card. Total chaos. It's also a big whirlwind, like a big whirlwind, cyclone, energy vortex, chaos, drama. Could be the plane breaking up. You see the buildings breaking up on this one. So it could be like the plane breaking up. But again, I'm seeing like the energy, lots of energy around it. Lots of energy cards coming out. So no matter what deck I've picked up, it's like energy coming out. Okay, so that one's just telling me to change now. I'm feeling I've got to change that deck. So I guess going to the Weird Wednesday cards, just if there's anything else that you can tell me with the MH370. I think I probably have to do another read on this one, I think. Okay, MH370, please. Anything else that you can tell me about the MH370? It says avoid the situation, toxic, communication, and reincarnation wheel, like the karma reincarnation wheel. Okay, I'm feeling a little disconnect here, but I want to see if there's one more, if I can connect back into the people. And they can tell me, please, did they get hit by electricity? Did the plane get hit by some kind of electrical problem? Yeah, I'm feeling a complete disconnect here. So don't be sad, a rekindling or a repair. That's a repair. They're trying to repair the situation and then someone saying they were sorry. But I am definitely feeling a disconnect here. So I can't really go on with the reading anymore. I will have to do another reading on this one. But it's very, very interesting. So as a summary, we've got a lot of electrical cards almost showing me like a freak electricity or freak energy. So or this something that caused havoc with the electrical system, the electrics in the plane, causing chaos and turmoil, giving me lots of duplicate cards, showing me 2 of or copies or 2 versions, reflection. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards of those came out, showing me like 2 versions of it or like a mirror image or a reflection of it. Lots of those cards came out. Lots of cards come out about expect the unexpected. We got 2 of those. I only have 2 of those in all my decks, but they're both out. So it's about it was unexpected, or expect the unexpected. We've got the two Earth card that's come out. The Curious or Curiosity card has come out twice. Lots of energy cards. There's more than I can count here. So, and all underneath, lots and lots of energy cards coming out. Controlling, trying to get the control. Trying to form a strategy to get control of the plane. Okay, more than one copy evidence. So looking for evidence. So I'm not quite sure. I asked about the plane as a missing from the crime deck. I asked about the plane from a point of view of missing persons, and it was asking me to look at what evidence there is for that. Okay. Quantum leap. I just wanted to validate that card as well. So let's go to the, see if I can still just ask my spirit team, please. Can you validate the card where I thought it might have been like a quantum leap or a quantum jump, please? Is that the case? Was there some kind of quantum leap or quantum jump? Okay, so we got like an ascension. That was a very long reading for a weird Wednesday, so I'm definitely going to have to read on this one again. Everything just seems very chaotic and very messy here on this table, which is really unlike me, but the whole situation seems to be very chaotic and, yeah, quite messy. So you're very interesting, and thank you for joining.